We're back at Burley Stadium where the Greeneville Green Devils host Alcoa in the state semifinals. There are 4 teams left in each division: Greeneville, Alcoa, South Gibson, and Pearl Cone. Pat Crum, a game last week against Anderson County, a game that was a tight game all the way. Greeneville had some opportunities, maybe to put a little more distance between them and Anderson County, but Anderson County also had some opportunities to score that they let literally slip through their hands. Had some receivers open. Uh, that's a thing Greenville's got to correct from last week's game.
Had three deep throws that were there. One just a little bit overthrown, two that hit the receivers in the hands that they could have made the catch. Difficult as it would have been, big time game may have made a difference. Greenville, on the other hand, fakes a field goal instead of taking an easy three, well within Gorley's range. It doesn't work out, then driving late with a chance to put the ball away or put the game away, and they don't put the ball away. Shot at victory last week versus Anderson County.
So the gold ball does not already have Alcoa's name written on it, despite how many times they've had it. They will have to earn it tonight. Greenville has to probably have a bigger hurdle to overcome than Alcoa would in winning this game. Certainly they, and we'll talk about some of the players, one in particular. But it's a battle tonight, really, between two Mr. Football finalists that statistically are pretty dang close. And I think the stat that I came up with, or that I noticed this week, both of these quarterbacks have more touchdowns than incompletions. More touchdowns than incompletions. Can you imagine
In
that
week
ever
13
being the
or week 14. We're in week 14.
well?
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this far in the season, and that ever being a stat.
No, that's incredible. Both guys, all three finalists are quarterbacks. Those are guys that they get the headlines, but he uh,
Manu.
Manu for Alcoa, exceptional season, over 2,700 yards, 43 touchdowns with only one interception. To go along with Ba, who is now um, thrown for over 2,500 yards, 36 touchdowns with only two interceptions. Just both guys having phenomenal seasons. Both teams will rely on them, not only getting it done through the air, but they'll have to get it done on the ground as well. Bob, much more statistical runner than Manu is, but Bob with over 1,000 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns. Alcoa didn't run the quarterback much all year. Ran him some against Maryville, but until they got in the playoffs, really the Anderson County game, they relied basically on the running backs to get the running attack going. Since that time, they've turned him loose a little bit. They'll run some power quarterbacks. They'll run some draws. They'll get him out there with the ball in his hand. He's a very elusive runner with once he gets loose and he can get outside, very good athlete, and Greenville have their hands really all they want trying to contain him tonight.
Both teams average 223 yards passing per game. Greenville has a little bit of an edge in the running game. They have 205 yards average per game rushing, and Alcoa 180. Greenville about 300 yards more offense on the season rushing than Alcoa. Alcoa has about 100 and some yards more passing. Uh, Statistically wise, I mean, you look at the first quarter points allowed. Greenville has scored 200 points in the first quarter. Alcoa 202. Greenville has 425 halftime points. Alcoa has 452. Alcoa has scored 610 points on the season. Greenville 605. Greenville has given up 137 points, 134 points defense scoring for Alcoa. Number wise, this game is neck and neck. Although Alcoa comes in a little bit better favorite than you might expect with those stats.
No, Alcoa is just a machine. They played a very tough schedule. That would be the biggest
Yeah.
difference. Is they lined up and had a tough schedule. Some of it didn't work out. They when they had it on the books, they weren't expecting Bearden to go 0 for the season and all their players be playing somewhere else. A couple of them playing for Alcoa. But the schedule is what it is. But they played Maryville to start out the season. They played at Anderson County, which we know is is a hard place as you'll ever play. Um, and they played Knox West that has been in the 5A finals now for a couple times, but they lost their coach during the off season. And say Bearden lost their coach, and a lot of kids left. So Some of the games they had on schedule didn't quite turn out, but to be as tough as what they thought it was going to be. But just a machine over there, 23 state titles, 10 in a row. Greenville will have to play phenomenal tonight to get out of here with a victory.
Another break. We'll take it. When we come back, we'll look at more, including last year's matchup with Alcoa, which I think is a lesson in how the game can't go tonight for the Green Devils. As you listen to the state semifinals, fourth round of the playoffs, the winner goes and plays for a gold ball. It's the Final Four, Greenville versus Alcoa, here at Burley Stadium on WGRV and WIKQ.
In 1975, we opened our doors with a single mission, serving our neighbors right here in East Tennessee. We adapted as the world changed. For 50 years, the world has changed in ways we never imagined. Through every challenge, every triumph, and every moment in between, we've stayed strong. And as we look ahead, one thing remains the same. At Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends isn't just what we do. It's our business.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
With the hustle and bustle of life, why not let Ashley Drug, a locally owned pharmacy, take something off of your plate with their med dosage packaging? Have your medications conveniently labeled with the date and time to take them, and while you're at it, utilize the free delivery service for those times that you can't get out of your house. Need an easy way to refill your medications? You can order and manage your refills today with text alerts. Text RX Local to 64890 to sign up and get started. Don't let life pass you by. Get out and enjoy every minute and let Ashley Drug help you do so. Located in the West Green Shopping Center.
Power out. Not at your house. Lights on. Fridge cold. Family asleep. With financing from Bailey. Whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits. Because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
Driven by Gateway Ford Nissan, this is Greenville versus Alcoa on WGRV and WIKQ. The Devils playing tonight with the winner headed to the state championship game this week. The Devils have been lucky to have had 4 home games in the playoffs. Alcoa, on the other hand, has had a much longer road, literally, to get here with the regular season loss to Anderson County. Alcoa dropped to the number 2 seed in their region. And the bracket this year didn't favor that position, and the new TSSAA groupings didn't either. Alcoa had to drive over 650 miles, or they will by the time they get back home tonight, and spend nearly 12 hours and money on buses to go to Upperman, Red Bank, and here this week. But they didn't show it when it came to their performance. Let's look at the Tornadoes' season. They started off with a 28-21 win over Maryville. That's the only team that still, from the modern area, has a winning margin over Alcoa. 25 wins for Alcoa, 63 for Maryville. But it was the second time in a row that Alcoa has beaten Maryville, and that's something that last happened in 29 and 2010 and no other time since the early 1990s. So that win established a good start to the season for Alcoa. They scored 63 the next week over Bearden. They had 4 shutouts leading up to the Anderson County game. And on the road at Clinton, the Mavericks pulled off an upset in a game that Alcoa had a 95% chance of winning. But that means Anderson County had a 5% chance, and that means it could happen, and it did. But Anderson County may have just been poking the bear. Alcoa has responded since that loss. They got to host Cherokee in the first round and won 56-0. They went to Upperman, who in any other year could be here tonight and worthy of a championship themselves. But Alcoa really took them to pieces in the second half, winning 49-28. It was a back-and-forth game early, but 2 fumbles by Upperman led to 2 Alcoa touchdowns. And then Upperman tried an onside kick to start the second half, and that failed, and the route was on. At Red Bank last week, Alcoa won 38-13. And Pat, that Upperman game, I think, is a way to show that you can't afford to have any mistakes against Alcoa. The Upperman Bees were doing well. It was a neck-and-neck game, but 2 fumbles turn into 14 points for the Tornadoes, and giving them a short field to start the second half, it was really all downhill from there for Alcoa after they got that momentum against Upperman.
That was the key to it. I mean, Upperman got off. That place was got off to a great start, and that place was absolutely rocking. And Alcoa was able to get a touchdown right in the last couple seconds before.
Ahead of me.
Yeah,
Don't get ahead of
that's
me.
basically what we saw last year when we went to Alcoa and played.
That's exactly what we're going to talk about in just a minute. The Devils, though, in their regular season quest to get here, beat Carter 56-10 in the first round of the playoffs, White County 35-0 in the second round, and got the 28-21 win over Anderson County last week. Our great real estate and auction player of the game last week was just about everybody. There was enough to spread around. Cole Franklin, a 79-yard touchdown catch, Jude Dyer blocking a couple of punts, and Tegan Begley, the breakout game last week for Tegan. He had over 100 yards rushing in the game. And Pat, I think that was as big a key to that win last week, with Begley really breaking out. We'd seen the potential, and certainly had seen his performance at linebacker, but to see how powerfully he could run when he was hitting his stride, I think that was a big key in last week's win.
That was the talk of the town in Greeneville, and I'm sure that was the talk of the town in Alcoa, was Begley coming in, and what a difference maker that he was in that backfield. He is just a man when he's got his hand on the football. Big, strong kid that can run. Dobbins Bennett said he was probably their best player before leaving up there and coming to Greeneville this year. What a difference maker he was against Anderson County, over 100 yards on 21 carries. I expect you'll see a lot of him tonight if Alcoa lines up like they did last year against Greeneville with 3 safeties playing deep, trying to take away the deep throw, take away Anderson, take away Clarity, take away Franklin deep over the top. If that is the case, Greenville's going to have to get it done between the tackles.
Talk about Clarity's performance on defense this year. Is it a record-tying 8 interceptions on the season that he's got?
He's second place, yeah.
Second, okay.
Crawford's at 12 in one season to lead the way. Clarity's got 8, tied for second, single most interceptions in one season.
But if Clarity has the kind of game that Crawford had
in
the third round when he had 4 interceptions, then it'll be a really good night for Greeneville, just like it was when Seth Crawford did that against Anderson County.
Yeah, if Clarity comes out of here with 4 picks tonight, there's going to be a lot of smiling faces in Burley Stadium.
Manu, though, has had 1 interception on the entire season. So, but Clarity is the guy that can get that done. We are about 15 minutes away from kickoff. When we come back, we're going to look back at last year's game between Greeneville and Alcoa and see how that game turned, and then the game the year before that never got to halftime. And we'll talk to Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin and more. And as our pregame coverage continues, Greeneville versus Alcoa on WGRV and WIKQ.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
This Black Friday, don't miss deals you'll only find once a year. Jim. Relaxing comfort in a brand new Lazy Boy starting at only $4.99. Host a holiday in style with 25% off of dining sets.
Sleep better than ever on a Cover mattress and will include an adjustable base on regular mattress pricing.
Plus, find living room favorites at unbeatable prices. Recliners from $2.99, love seats $3.49, and sofas at $3.99.
Visit our Clearance Corner Mattress Gallery main showroom in the Town Square Shopping Center, downtown Greenville.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Can you feel it? Hear it. It's all around you. It's the air we share. At Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company, we're pioneering technologies to perfect and protect the air that connects us all. Even now, we're working towards reducing our carbon emissions to net zero by 2050, while developing new ways to make the air indoors perfect.
Air Pro Heating and Cooling is your local authorized dealer of Daikin Heating and Air Solutions. 639-5557.
You don't have to go big city to go big time. Right here in our own community, Green Media helps.
State semifinals, Greeneville versus Alcoa. There's not a lot of history between the two teams, just 6 total games. Greeneville lost a 1966 matchup at Alcoa 34-6. They got a 7-0 win in 1967. It was Wayne Anthony's first season as head coach in 1967. Greeneville got a 42-14 win with Kane Ballard as head coach in 2011. Greeneville went down and laid an egg in 2012 at Alcoa, losing 42-0. The teams got back on each other's schedule in 2023, played to a 7-7 tie before the game was called due to lightning in a year that seemed like we couldn't get any game in. We missed the second half of the Dobbins-Bennett game that same year. But it ended 7-7. And then Greeneville at Alcoa last year, we went on the road, Greeneville did, and lost 31-13. And Pat, that game started a little bit different than it ended. The wheels came off, though, for the Devils, much like it did for Upperman at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, it was huge. Went down there, played on a Thursday night. It was Alcoa had an off week the week before. Greeneville played on the road at Cherokee, and it was a Thursday night TV game. Greeneville had a player that had been a player from the year before. One of their main contributors had been shot and killed that week, and it was his brother was on the team, and a lot of distractions and a lot of emotions that weren't into it. But once they rolled into Alcoa, they were really fired up, ready to go. Went out and took a 13-7 lead right before the end of the half, and Alcoa is able to go on about a minute drive to come down, take the lead into halftime, 14-13. We kick off, start the second half, they run it back, have a very short field, go in to score. Greeneville goes a quick 3 and out, and Alcoa then goes on about a 20-play drive that ate up the entire third quarter and scored, and before you knew it, Greeneville had gone from being up a touchdown, up 6 points, when the offense was out there right before the end of the half, to being down 10 points when they got back out right before the start of the fourth quarter. It was just a momentum change. Alcoa took control of the game as Greeneville in that first half had 178 yards rushing in the first half versus Alcoa, and only 11 yards rushing in the second half. And that was the big difference. Alcoa had about 200 yards offense in the second half. Greeneville only had 31 yards of total offense in the second half versus Alcoa last year. And they took charge and won 31-13. You tipped the hat to them and got out of there. Glad we're at home tonight for the game.
Greeneville had 1 completion in the third quarter last year for all of 0 yards. They only had 4 completions for the game, and two of those came late in the fourth when the game was over. And it wasn't because Greeneville had decided to go with a running game. It was As you said, the first half was going pretty well as a run. They went 3 and out though in the third quarter, and as you said, Alcoa went on an 8-play, or I'm sorry, a 15-play drive that took over 8 minutes, and you can't do much if you don't have the ball, and that's what Alcoa made sure happened last year.
Yeah, you gotta get the ball. That's what happened to Upperman game a couple years ago. Up here in the semifinals, they were able to control the clock, and he didn't keep the offense off the field, and it's just what happened last year in that third quarter for Alcoa.
And we saw it with Elizabethton in the quarterfinals, the years that they went. If you don't have the ball, if the other team's going to march 8, 10, 12, 11 minutes, you have to make the most of every opportunity. And having only one completion in the third quarter doesn't do much for your offense. Greenville must do better tonight. It is 8 minutes away from kickoff, the state semifinals, Greenville versus Alcoa on WGRV and WIKQ, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
We do a whole lot more. Roto-Rooter. Yeah, we do that too.
Did you know switching to Blossman Gas and Appliance in Greenville is easier and friendlier than ever? At Blossman, we'll swap out your competitor's propane tank for free, delivering and installing your new tank with zero hassle. Want a new gas stove, water heater, fireplace, or generator? We'll deliver and install gas appliances too, safely, efficiently, and with care. Since 1951, our family-owned service brings comfort, reliability, and personalized support from ours to yours. Call 828-682-2118 today and experience the Blossman gas difference in Greenville and surrounding areas.
Life moves fast. Your internet should too. GEA Fiber is built for Greene County by people who live here. GEA Connect delivers lightning-fast internet for work, play, and everything in between. No gimmicks, no surprises, just hometown internet that works. GEA Fiber. Get connected. Connecting you to what matters.
You don't have to go big city to go big time. Right here in our own community, Green Media helps local businesses tell their story with professional video that won't break your budget.
I can't believe how easy and affordable it was.
Local, affordable, professional. That's Green Media.
Group of young men to get to experience all this, and our coaches' experience with them. What a awesome week it's been, and what a great night for high school football.
Your chant yesterday in the breakdown centered around family. Is that a good way to describe how this team operates?
Yeah, one of the closer teams I've had as a head coach. Just really tight junior and senior class, and it really makes it for a strong football team. And you can see it when we play on Friday nights how close they are. And as a result, their closeness and their willingness to work, we've had the opportunity to play for this game tonight.
90 degrees when you started play. We're going to be in the 20s tonight, so that's okay. It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a little different, but you got to make the most of it. And weather can't be a factor. You got to come out and play your best football you played all year.
You just about expect two Mr. Football finalists to meet at this level of competition. Thomas Manu with Alcoa. Talk about him as a quarterback and what you feel like you need to do with him defensively tonight.
We feel like we got two on our team. We kind of got I wish we could have had both of them on there, but there's a reason he's on there. He's a really good player, thrown for a lot of yards. He's not run the football much, but expect him to run some tonight. He's ran the ball in bigger games. So expect them to run the ball to just give us a different look on offense tonight later on.
Greeneville and Alcoa, you're within about 300 yards. Well, Greeneville's got 300 more yards rushing, and they've got about 100 more yards passing. You've scored almost the same amount of points. I think 405 for Greeneville, 410 for Alcoa. Pretty evenly matched. Despite, I mean, Manu certainly is an incredible quarterback. Looks to me like you've got an offense to match that day.
Yeah, two really explosive football teams that scored a lot of points, and really they've not given up points all year. Majority of our points we've given up with backups in there. I'm sure it's the same for them. I think I saw something they've got 5 shutouts, we've got 4, but. 2, that's what you want in this. We wish could have this game next week in the state championship. These 2 top teams are both deserving to play for a state championship, but one of them's going to have to go home with the hurt feelings tonight.
How do you talk to the team about playing a team that brings the name Alcoa? I mean, they are as well known for football as Maryville is on the quality and caliber of their program, but that doesn't preordain them for that trophy.
That's one thing that we talked about. They've won 10 consecutive state championships. I heard that earlier in the week that they've not lost a playoff game since 2014. But they come into a lot of games. They're 14-point favorites just because it says Alcoa on the front of their jerseys. And I told our guys, if you're going to come in with that mindset in this type game, we're going to be in trouble. You can't worry about who we're playing. We got to do what we've been doing to get us to this point. And I think our kids are dialed in, ready to go for, like we talked about, it's going to be a heavyweight
margin for error at this level.
Yeah, you gotta cross some turnovers, get the ball back at least one extra time if you can, and you can't give it to a team like this. That's another way they, it's said with 4, Alcoa on the front of their jerseys, and they're winning these games because they're getting turnovers. 3 turnovers against Upperman, and they won. How many times they stopped Upperman 4 times, and 3 of them were turnovers, and they scored 28 points against them. So. You won't be able to move the ball. You can't give it back to them. If you got to punt, you got to punt, but you can't turn the football over to them in a game like this.
All right, Coach, thanks, and best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Go Devils.
That is Greeneville head coach
Eddie Sports. The following is a presentation of Radio Greeneville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenvillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by
Green Outdoor, the Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Bailey Heating, Air and Electrical, Greenville Federal Bank, Terry's Flooring, by Marsh Propane, Hometown Realty, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, Ashley Drug Center, Johnson City Toyota, by Andrew Johnson Bank, Ace Hardware, your Greenville Energy Authority, Air Pro Heating and Cooling, Food City, Blossman Gas and Appliance, and by Gateway Ford Nissan.
The Gateway Ford Nissan Greeneville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
You can hear the noise here at Burley Stadium as we are set to begin the Final 4. Alcoa won the toss. They are kicking off. Anderson back deep to receive. He will catch the ball at the goal line, and the Green Devils will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. Alcoa deferring until the second half. So the Green Devils will come out on offense starting 1st and 10. Caden Bott, quarterback, 2,588 yards passing, 36 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. One of those as he got hit. He has over 1,100 yards rushing on the season, 4,300 yards passing for Caden Bott. They will start with Bishop in the backfield. Maddox Bishop, 456 yards rushing. Out wide left will be Taryn Clarity, as Bog's going to keep straight up the middle as Greenville wants to get the run established early, and Bog gets 5 yards on 1st down carry.
Yeah, let's look to see how they're going to line up. The base defense, Alcoa line up with a 3-man front. Looks like tonight they're lining up with a 4-man defensive line. 3 linebackers or 2 linebackers up close.
Baugh's going to keep. He's got a first rise and 1st down across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Tackled by Janarius Henry, the linebacker. for Alcoa. 1st and 10. First Horizon first down out at the 32-yard line with 11:23 left in the opening quarter.
Bach keeps it, goes to the outside off his left tackle. Put a foot in the ground. It looked like he was going to have a lot of room to run. He stumbled, and Alcoa makes the stop, but not before first down.
Bishop in the backfield, standing to Ball's right. The snap back, handoff, fake to Bishop. Ball's going to keep, and not much there. Met by the interior by Alcoa and pushed back for no gain. Cade Stinnett leading the charge there, along with Terayon Brazelton. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Devils. They have to get out to the 42-yard line for the first down.
First 3 plays, quarterback cap on the zone reads. See if Greeneville can get a passing attack going against Alcoa.
Colton Smith tight end left. Bob will take the snap, play action this time. He's looking downfield for Zayden Anderson. Overthrows him just by a couple of steps, but Zayden.
Look for a screen.
2 receivers left, Cole Franklin, Taryn Clarity. Anderson, the only receiver out to the right. Ball looks that way. He's going to keep it now, and he gets out to the 34-yard line. And the linebackers come in and make the tackle. It's Carter Cowart on the tackle. And Greeneville will be punting on their first possession. 37-yard average for Cole Franklin. He will come on and back deep to receive for Alcoa, standing around the 35-yard line to make the return. I believe it's Condris Cherry. 9:54 left in the opening quarter. Alcoa running a player on late. Greeneville snaps it and doesn't have them ready. Franklin gets a nice high hanging punt. That's fielded at the 29-yard line. On the return is Jameer Dean. Dean, number 0, actually will lose maybe a yard on the return. I think his forward progress is going to be marked at the 29. So a good punt by Cole Franklin. And 37-yard punt by Franklin. And then Alcoa Tornadoes will start 1st and 10 at their own 29 with 9:40 left in the first quarter. Wide out right will be Jameer Dean. Thomas Manu, the finalist for Mr. Football at quarterback. Sends a man in motion. That's Jacoby Cooper. Manu rolls out to his right. Pass is complete to Damian Penson, the H-back. He'll have a first down across the 40, out at the 42-yard line. First Horizon first down for the Tornadoes.
They bring a man in motion. Greeneville switches as the inside man goes deep. The outside man ran a deeper out down the sideline. Got Greeneville cleared completely out on the right side of the field and dropped the running back out in the flats, and it was wide open.
A 13-yard pickup. In the backfield this time, Micah Jones, 403 yards rushing on the season for Jones. 3 receivers left for Manu. He gives to Jones, running up the middle, bounces to the outside, across midfield, and goes out of bounds at the Greeneville 45-yard line. It is Clarity over there to force him out of bounds. But another First Horizon first down for the Tornadoes on a 15-yard pickup down to the Greeneville 44. 9:03 left in the first quarter.
Got to the line of scrimmage, and the safety lost him. The safety who had outside contain thought he was running inside. He got kind of inside the pile, and when he bounced it to the outside, there was no contain at the line of scrimmage.
Manu on 1st and 10 with Jones, a running back, in motion to the near side, Jamarius Abahanya. Handoff goes to Micah Jones, running off of his big right tackle, the 6'8 senior Jacob Crow. He stands out amongst people, and he'll get down to the 40-yard line where Zorian Harris makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and a little more than 5, almost 6 for Alcoa.
Yeah, you don't miss him, do you?
No.
He stands out in the room, 6'8", 278 pounds. Texas Tech commit right tackle.
Abahanya and Cooper come to the near side. Jones stays in at running back on 2nd down and 6. First drive for the Tornadoes. Jones gets the handoff. He's got a First Horizon first down. Still on his feet at the 30, still on his feet down to the 25-yard line as the pile moves behind Crow. That'll be a 15-yard pickup for Micah Jones, and it's a First Horizon first down at the 25 of the Tornadoes. 8:16 left in the first quarter.
I thought Greeneville could probably shut this rushing attack down and make them throw the football. That's what Anderson County went to a 5-man front. and really contained the rush against them, made them be a passing attack offense. Right now against Greenville's base defense, Alcoa's been able to pop it.
Empty backfield, 3 left, 2 right for Manu. Ball on the right hash mark. On 1st and 10, Manu is going to keep. Running up the middle. We'll get down to the 21-yard line. Met by Tegan Begley. And it'll be a pickup of about 5, make it 4. They've spot him down at the 22. 2nd down, 6.
Manu,
Tornadoes.
5'9", 150 is what they list him at. Pulled that ball down on a quarterback draw. Runs right into Begley at 6'3", 205. Greenville won that battle.
Jones, a running back. 2 receivers left. H-back right. And off Jones, skipping on the inside, down to the 10, still on his feet, breaks the tackle, splits the corners, gets down to the 1-yard line, into the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone, down to the 1-yard line. Alcoa goes, and they will have it a First Horizon 1st and goal just outside the 1. 4 carries, 53 yards so far in the first quarter from Micah Jones. And with 7:04 left in the first, Alcoa is knocking on the door. Jones stays in. And running back, Manu out of the shotgun. Snap back, handoff Jones, off right tackle, looking for the goal line. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Alcoa. They score first, and the Alcoa Tornadoes have a 6-0 lead with 6:45 left in the first quarter. Moore moving easily down the field on that first drive.
Nice drive by Alcoa. Get it done. What, all on the ground?
Yeah.
5 rushes, 56 yards, all on the ground.
They had the 1 pass.
1 pass. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Dropped it off the running back out in flat.
Right. Kyron Tyson on the extra point try. His kick is up, and it is good. And Alcoa leads 7-0. 6:45 left in the first quarter. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV and WIKQ, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greenville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community minded, just like you.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Alcoa Tornadoes lead 7-0 with 6:45 left in the first quarter. Jim Miller gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
7 plays, 71 yards for Alcoa. Took 255. Micah Jones, 5 carries for 54 yards on the drive, including the 2-yard touchdown to get him on the board.
And the Tornadoes lead 7-0. Kicking it away as Tyson goes into the end zone for the touchback, and the Green Devils will start 1st and 10 out at the 20. How important it is for Greenville to answer here, Pat.
Well, Greenville needs to come out and get the momentum going. Alcoa has taken it from them. Calm down this Burley Stadium crowd that was on their feet. Greenville missed a big throw, man. They had a wide open Zayden running deep. Just overthrew him by about 2 yards on that last possession, or Greenville would have been up. Alcoa is able to take over and dominate the line of scrimmage.
Greenville
drive it right down the field against Greenville.
Greenville goes heavy left. 3 receivers. They switch their tight end left. Jude Dyer is in at running back. Quick screen left, complete to Cole Franklin. Cole Franklin across the 30, 35, 40, and just tiptoed and couldn't stay in bounds, but he gets a First Horizon first down. Oh, if he'd had Pat 6 more inches of green over there, he'd have gone the distance for that.
Well, that's what Greenville needs. They need a short, intermediate passing attack. It can't just be everything over the top. I know Zayden's averaging over 30 yards a catch, but we need to get the ball to some playmakers on some short throws.
First Horizon first down. Ball's going to keep. He'll get forward from maybe a yard, yard and a half. Out at the 39-yard line. 6:26 left in the opening quarter. Alcoa leading 7-0. Greenville punting on their first possession. Alcoa answering with a 69-yard drive on their second possession. Second down 9. Dyer stays in at running back. Ball will take the snap. He'll give to Dyer, running off his left tackle. And down at the 44-yard line, he picked up of about 2, and that'll put Greeneville in the 3rd and 6.
Dyer's got some good speed at running back, 66 carries, 451 yards, 8 touchdowns on the season. He just exploded through the left side of the line, sets Greeneville up with a 3rd down and 3.
Anderson, Franklin, Clarity, 3 receivers to the near side on 3rd down 3. It's going to be a run. Not going to have that first down. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a half a yard. So Greeneville will have a 4th and 2. And they're going to bring in the beef set, Pat. I was going to ask, is it too early to... No, now they're going to send Cole Franklin back to punt. Say maybe a little early and a little far back to gamble against Alcoa.
Yeah, I don't think you want to turn it over on your side of the field. So after the way the Tornadoes just took it straight down the field on their last drive.
So Cole Franklin averaging 37 yards per punt. Got a 39-yarder off the last time. This one a nice punt. Fair catch called for back at the 24-yard line, and the fair catch is made by Jameer Dean. So Alcoa will have a little bit further distance to go this time. They'll start at their own 17-yard line. And what adjustments, Pat, does Greeneville maybe have to make here defensively to stop
a scrimmage?
Alcoa now brings in Damari DeBose at running back, 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the right hash mark. DeBose gets the handoff. Trying to find some room inside. He'll only get about a yard, and that's the stop that Greeneville needed on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 4:41 left in the first quarter. Alcoa with the lead. This is the second possession for the Tornadoes. Thomas Manu, a junior, 2,717 yards passing. Only 1 completion tonight. They'll have 2 receivers left, Jamarius Albahanya and Haynes Hawkins. As the crowd gets loud with the horns and the bells and the tickers, Manu back to pass. He's going to tug it and keep, and gets taken down at the 22-yard line. Jack Lister on the tackle. Justin Chandler on the tackle.
Defensive end was able to slide down. Quarterback looked down the field, and Greeneville had everything covered. Had everything bottled up, nowhere to go, and the elusive quarterback pulls it down, tries to make something happen with his legs straight ahead, and the defensive end, Chandler, slides down the line, makes the stop.
Greeneville needs a key 3rd down stop here with 3:43 left in the first quarter. Trailing 7-0, second drive of the night for Alcoa. They'll go with an empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for the quarterback, Thomas Manu. They'll take the snap. Looking to pass to his right on an inside slant. The catch is made in a stiff arm. Across the 40 to the 45 to the 50 to the 45 to the 40 to the 35-30. Jameer Dean to the 15-10 and drug down at the 5-yard line. Great pursuit by Taryn Clarity to save the touchdown, but the damage is done. Into the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. The Alcoa Tornadoes have a First Horizon first down, converting on the 3rd and 5.
They get Greeneville completely spread out with the formation and run a slant from the slot receiver. He catches it and just outruns the defense coming all the way across the field. Great job by Clarity, the corner. He was probably 10 yards behind the play and tracked him down, made the stop, saved the touchdown, but it's Alcoa's ball deep in Greenville's territory.
Micah Jones in at running back on 1st and goal at the 6 for Alcoa. Receiver in motion. Switches to an H-back. Handoff Jones following the H-back. Goes to the outside. And run down from behind, Jack Lister and Tegan Begley.
Yeah, Begley came over and closed the hole up, and then Greeneville chased it down on the backside, finished it off. Good job by Begley coming up and making contact to keep him from bouncing to the outside.
2:26 left in the first quarter. 2nd and goal for the Alcoa Tornadoes, leading 7-0. Micah Jones stays in at running back. Manu with a snap. Rolls out to his left and cuts back upfield into the end zone. Touchdown, Alcoa. Tornadoes add to their lead. Nope, they're going to, yeah.
Nobody signaled touchdown.
I didn't see the signal, except they've set it up for the point after try.
Unless he signaled it down there in front of the student section, but the white hat never gave a signal, and
I thought he was well.
The back judges, nobody gave a signal, but he was into the end zone. Quarterback kept it, faked like he was going to toss it to the outside, ducks into the end zone. Now Alcoa back on the board quickly.
Kyron Tyson's extra point kick is up and is good, and the Alcoa Tornadoes are up 14-0 over the Green Devils here in the first quarter. 2:04 left. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Terry's Flooring, we have quality products along with quality installers that can make your space look better than ever before. The craftsmanship that our installers bring to the job site is unmatched. Along with the great installers, we have a huge selection of hardwood, LVP, tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Alcoa Tornadoes add to their lead, 14-0 with 2:04 left in the first quarter. Jim Miller gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
83 yards on 5 plays, 2 minutes, 52 seconds. The big play, the 72-yard completion that got the ball down inside the 5-yard line, finished on the 4-yard run by Manu.
And the Alcoa Tornadoes kicking off. Zayden Anderson catches it at the 2 on the right hash marks. The 15 to the 20, 25 waiting for a wall and a block and gets out to the 35-yard line. So the Green Devils will start with fairly decent field position, but down 14-0. And Pat, a much better second drive. Didn't go much further, but they got the completion. They moved the ball. They picked up that first down. They've got to replicate that here and not let this get to be anything worse than a 14-point lead for Alcoa.
No, you hate to say in the first quarter it's a very critical possession, but Greenville's got to come out. All we've tried so far is running the ball between the tackles. Now Alcoa goes to a 3-man front. This should be a run set.
Begley in the backfield, but it's going to be Baugh scrambling out and hit for a loss.
Yeah, Greenville comes out with a pass play called. Alcoa with a 3-man front. Nowhere for Baugh to throw it. He tried to pull it down and make something happen, got outside the pocket, but Alcoa comes over and makes a sack. Carter.
Yeah, you say
Cowart.
Cowart. I'm not sure.
Cowart.
It's a loss of 6 for the Devils. From their own 29, blitz shown, handoff Begley. He gets maybe a half a yard down at the 30. Cowart again with the tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd down 15. Greenville has to get out to the 45 to move the chains. It'll be Clarity left, Anderson wide right, Kane Ricker, the inside receiver, to the right, Cole Franklin, inside receiver, to the left. 3rd down 15. Have a false start against the offense, so the 3rd and 15 becomes a 3rd and 20. First penalty of the game on either team comes against the Devils.
Alcoa runs this. Very difficult to throw the ball deep on. They've got 3 safeties. They got 2 safeties on to the outside the hash mark. They got 1 sitting in the middle of the field. It's deep to throw it. It's very hard to throw it deep when they're sitting in this defense. This is the defense that Greenville like to try to run on, but on 3rd and 20, be very difficult.
Greenville has to get out to the 45. They're down 14-0. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Baugh can't find anybody, is going to keep it and will be tackled for a 3-yard loss, and it'll bring up 4th and 23, and Greenville will be punting on the first play of the second quarter as the last seconds click off the first quarter clock. Alcoa with the lead and about to get the ball back as we go to the second quarter. It's Alcoa 14, Greenville 0. You're listening to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
This Black Friday, don't miss deals you'll only find once a year. Jim.
Relaxing comfort in a brand new Lazy Boy starting at only $4.99. Host a holiday in style with 25% off of dining sets.
Sleep better than ever on a cover mattress and will include an adjustable base on regular mattress pricing.
Plus, find living room favorites at unbeatable prices. Recliners from $2.99, love seats $3.49, and sofas at $3.99.
Visit our Clearance Corner Mattress Gallery main showroom in the Town Square Shopping Center, downtown Greenville.
Greenville punting on the first play of the second half as Alcoa has a 14-0 lead. And the ball is going to roll down to the to the Alcoa 41-yard line. That's where the Tornadoes start with a 14-0 lead. And Pat Crum has a look at stats through the first quarter.
Greenville on the ground, they have 16 rushing yards through the air, 17 passing yards. Total offense, 33 plays for Alcoa, 69 yards on the ground, 85 yards through the air. Total offense, 154 plays. The Green Devils picked up 2 first downs. Alcoa has 5 after 1.
So the Devils defense need a big stop here as Alcoa
just able to control the line of scrimmage. That was surprising. I thought Greenville could come out tonight and force them into a throwing offense. But so far, it's getting done on the ground by the Alcoa Tornadoes. They are dominating the line.
DeBose actually gets 10, so it's a first rise and first down for the Tornadoes. As they have, they got 5 people going in motion at the same time. They had all their receivers in tight, and they were going to split out. When they did, though, the center, Colton Moore, snapped the ball. That'll cost Alcoa 5 yards, their first penalty of the game, and moves the ball back on their side of the field at the 47.
The center, I think, thought Greenville had jumped and went ahead and snapped it. Moore.
Empty backfield for Thomas Manu. 3 receivers right, 2 left on 1st and 15. Manu, quick screen pass to his left behind the line. That's going to be read well by Greenville's defense. And a loss of a couple.
Yeah, good job of Greenville. It was thrown to the short side of the field, and it was a wide receiver little bubble screen coming back toward the line of scrimmage. And just wasn't a whole lot of room there. Greenville didn't get penetration upfield, so the defensive end was at home when the receiver caught it. He was running right into him. A great job by Greenville on that right side of the defensive line and making the stop and bringing him down. I believe it was Justin Chandler.
Second down, 16. Manu with the empty backfield. Everybody's covered. He's just going to dump it off, and catch is made by his safety valve, who's going to wind up almost getting a first down, and then as he stretches out, may very well do so. It was DeMario DeBose, who normally lines up at running back, and gone down at wide receiver. He makes the catch, and on a 2nd and 17, he gets where they're going to spot him. They're going to check the chains.
Yeah, I think they're going to look to move it, and it should be a first down.
They didn't go to the Ken Carpenter School of Spotting, you see. They didn't put it on. They didn't put the nose of the ball on that hash mark. If they did, they would know.
I think he intended to, but he didn't quite get it there. They're going to have to bring the chains out and measure. But Greenville quarterback starts to scramble, and as he does, the defensive back for Greenville, the corner on that side of the field, broke up field to tackle the quarterback. The quarterback's behind the line of scrimmage. He just dropped it off over top of his head. The receiver ends up getting close to a first down.
The good news is there are more horns here tonight. It is short by about the length of a football.
Manu now 4 of 4 passing, 99 yards. Just over a quarter of football action played. That was a big play for Alcoa to get it now into 3rd down and inches. maybe 1 inch is all that football is lacking getting to the 39-yard line of the Green Devils.
DeBose at running back. Manu out of the shotgun on 3rd and inches. He'll take the snap. He'll keep. I don't know if he got it. At first, he didn't. Second effort, he might.
He lost yardage on that play.
4th down.
Lost yardage on that play. Faked like he was going to toss it to the outside, and the quarterback kept it and ran straight up the middle. Ran right into a pair of Green Devil linebackers with a pop, and he's going to come up short. Now Coach Nix will roll the dice and go for it.
Micah Jones comes in on 4th down. As they bring extra blockers on the right, and Alcoa needs a timeout. We'll take it as well. 9:03 left in the first half. Alcoa leading 14-0, but Greeneville with a 4th down stop attempt coming up for the Tornadoes. When we come back, as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Surprise someone with the Big Green Egg Grill this holiday season from Ace Hardware. Save $150 on the large egg package and $200 on the extra large egg package, valid November 19th through December 24th. Also save 20% on Big Green Egg accessories, sauces, and rubs from now until Christmas Eve. See store for details. Savings on in-stock items only. Happy holidays from your neighbors at Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street in Greeneville.
Back at Burley Stadium, it's 4th down and inches for the Alcoa Tornadoes, who have a 14-0 lead with 9:03 left in the first half. They're going for it on 4th down at the Greeneville 40. Handoff, Micah Jones. He bounces to the outside, has the first horizon first down. He was very close to getting it on the interior, but then when he popped to the outside, I think he got more than enough. We've got a whistle and a stoppage of play and a first horizon first down for Alcoa.
He runs right into the interior line of the defensive front. Looked like Bishop Merriweather with a hit, 6'4", 350 pounds. But you can get him wrapped up. Merriweather's helmet comes off. He'll have to come out this play. The running back then bounces it to the outside, picks up some extra yards, sets Alcoa up with a first down driving in Greeneville territory.
8:41 left in the first half. Alcoa up 14-0. Manu, the snap, rolling out to his right. Looking to pass, goes deep into triple coverage, and it's incomplete. His intended receiver, Jameer Dean.
Yeah, triple coverage on Dyer, Anderson, Ricker, all three had him covered. They kind of tripped each other up while the ball was in the air. Fell into him, but that ball was well overthrown, thrown out of bounds.
There is a flag for a hold against Alcoa, and the 1st and 10 will become a 2nd and 20. And it will move Alcoa back to the 43.
All right, that's a break. Greenville's got to try to take advantage of this now. First down and 20. Back at the Greeneville 48-yard line. 8:27 go before the half here, and Alcoa with a 14-0 lead.
First down 20. In motion comes Hayes Hawkins. The pass to the right is complete. That is Damian Penson, who lines up at H-back. He gets all the penalty yardage and more back and gets a first horizon first down at the 22-yard line. 8:18 left in the first half. Alcoa at the Greeneville 22.
So they had a guy running wide open deep down the field. They dumped it off to the short guy, but he had enough room in front of him to get forward to pick up the first down on the 1st and 20.
Haynes Hawkins, Jamarius Abahanya to the left. Handoff is to Micah Jones. Pushing forward at the 17. 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down 5. Tegan Begley with the tackle for the Green Devils.
Alcoa 85 yards rushing, 120 passing, 205 yards of offense in this first half.
Thomas Manu is 5 of 5 for 120 yards. Micah Jones in it back. He'll get the pitch. He's going to pass to the end zone. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Jameer Dean from Micah Jones. As the pitch went out from Thomas Manu to Micah Jones, Johnson had Dean then in the end zone. Touchdown, Alcoa. They lead 20-0 with 7:34 left in the first half.
Halfback pass. Greenville not expecting it. The Maddox Bishop running step for step with him. If he could have got his head around, he could have intercepted that ball. It just went over his hand as he saw the receiver reaching up. Didn't get his head around, didn't know where the ball was. Alcoa makes the reception. Touchdown, Tornadoes.
Little high snap, but a good kick by Kyron Tyson. And the Alcoa Tornadoes lead 21-0. 7:34 left in the first half here at Burley Stadium. We're back with more. And you should listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
In 1975, we opened our doors with a single mission, serving our neighbors right here in East Tennessee. We adapted as the world changed. For 50 years, the world has changed in ways we never imagined. Through every challenge, every triumph, and every moment in between, we've stayed strong. And as we look ahead, one thing remains the same. At Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends isn't just what we do. It's our business.
Back at Burley Stadium where
DeBose, or
Jameer Dean.
Jameer Dean for the touchdown.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So the Alcoa Tornadoes with a commanding 21-0 lead, 7:34 left in the first half as the kick goes into the end zone, and Greenville's got to find something but quick, Pat. A total of 33 yards of offense for the Green Devils in the first half and no points.
Now, Greenville's got to get it going offensively. It looked like they got a couple good runs from Baugh on that opening drive and then had a deep throw to Anderson down the sidelines that was just a little bit overthrown. Come back on the next drive, get it out to midfield before having to punt it away, but it's just not been open between the tackles. That's where Greenville thought they could run the football, would be able to play power football in between the tackles and run it, but not getting anything done on the ground. Only 16 yards rushing, 17 yards passing. Total offense, 33 plays. Alcoa has completely shut this Devil offense down that is averaging 46.5 points a game.
Referee having a word with Greenville Athletic Director Brad Woolsey, who then gets on his phone to call somebody or do something. Not sure what. We'll see. I see Marty Story is in the house. Former record holder Marty Story. You lost that this year. That's why you're here tonight. Tegan Begley, the handoff, spins out of a tackle. He's out of the 30. A first horizon first down. Begley across the 40. Begley out to the 45. It's a first horizon first down for the Green Devils and a spark that they desperately needed. Down 21-0 with 7:25 left in the first half.
Needed the spark. Marty Story stops by the press box, and that's all the Green Devils needed is a little old Green Devil magic.
Ball quickly with a snap, gives to Begley. He runs off that right tackle out to the 48-yard line, a 2-yard pickup.
Greenville goes right back to Begley, tries to go off the right side of the line. He gets hit around the line of scrimmage, bounces off, falls forward, only pick up about one. And there's an injured Tornado laying on the 50-yard line.
Blair Goodson shaken up on the play, so we'll take a timeout. 7:07 left in the first half. Greenville down 21-0. They'll have a 2nd and 10 when we come back as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. order online, and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Out of the timeout, pass left complete for the Green Devils. Cole Franklin, he gets across midfield for the Devils, as they'll be close to a first horizon first down, maybe short by a yard and a half or so, with 6:55 left in the first half, and Alcoa leading 21-0. Greenville's found a little spark.
Went to the wide receiver screen to Franklin. Good job by Clarity getting out in front of him, blocking for him. Clarity stuck his hands off of him, held him up high to let the official know I'm not holding.
Zayden Anderson, Kane Ricker, and Cole Franklin out to the right. And off Beckley trying to get a push from the pile. Caden Cox, Lath Ivy, Dylan Hartman, his offensive lineman, pushing him down to the 40. And it's a first horizon first down for the Devils at the Alcoa 41. Little swing of momentum. If Greenville can make something happen here, maybe got a different game going. Ball will take the snap. Quick pass left, Clarity, and just a bit high for him. Yeah, but say it. Abuhanya.
I read it
one or the other.
all the way, man. The safety read this play all the way, broke on it. He was tracking that football. Luckily, Baugh threw that ball high and hard because the safety had that play read and was going to go the opposite direction with it.
Second down, 10, Devils. At the 41. Three receivers right. It's Clarity to the near side, short side. Baugh is going to keep. Boy, these just, they are so good. Alcoa is about not giving up. Kenny Harris and Caden Stinnett, while they had to turn around backwards, they still were able to get a hand on and bring down Baugh, and Begley comes up a little sore after that.
But not what Greenville needed right there. Begley just limps off the field. Last week's player of the game, 21 carries, 114 yards, big difference maker. He just had a huge run for Greenville, now limping off the field.
Ball on 3rd and 10. And tackled. It was kind of like last week with Anderson County. Nobody was open downfield and the pocket collapsed. And Greenville will lose 3 on that. And we'll send on the punting team with 5:39 left in the first half, down 21-0.
He stood in the pocket, stood in the pocket, stood in the pocket, looking. Just couldn't see anything. By the time he came around looking for the right side of the field, the pocket had collapsed. Brings him down for the sack behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 14, and Greenville will punt it away again.
Jameer Dean back to receive. As Cole Franklin's punt is a nice high hanging punt and a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So Alcoa will have a long way to go, but they've shown in their first 3 drives that they are very capable of doing that. With 5:04 left in the first half, Alcoa leads 21-0.
Good news, you're a Green Devil fan. Begley returning, ran back on the field for defense.
32 yards on the punt by Franklin, but about what you would want to do. You go much further. And Pat, you mentioned last week he had one that pinned Anderson County inside the 1-yard line.
Did I think 3 punts inside the 20 last week. Did a great job getting that one down, pin Alcoa back.
Alcoa starts 1st and 10 at their 12-yard line. They will carry it. Jones out to the 14. Damari DeBose leads the team in rushes, 466 yards. Well, so take that back. Candace Cherry, 650. It's DeBose second with 466, and Micah Jones with 403.
Yeah, Cherry was their difference maker, the guy that can take it 88 and out the gate in just a second. But he had a leg injury, an ankle injury, and has been out for about the last month.
Rolling out right, Manu wanting to pass. He's going to go deep downfield. Jameer Dean in stride, 40, 30, 15, 10, 5, Touchdown, Alcoa, Jameer Dean.
Just
Thomas Manu.
Yeah, too much time for Manu. He's able to roll out to the right. Greenville has it initially covered well, and then defensive backs kind of sneaking a peek in the backfield as he does. The Alcoa receiver releases deep. And what a beautiful dime. Manu just dropped right over his shoulder, and Greenville finds herself down 4 scores in the first half.
Manu holds, and Kyron Tyson will attempt the extra point to add to the Alcoa lead. 4:11 left in the first half. Alcoa leads 27-0 with the try coming up. Good snap, good hold, and a whistle. Stops the kick. We have a dead ball encroachment on Greenville, so they'll move it half the distance to the goal or decline it. Kick from there. We'll roll the play clock, and we'll do it again. Kyron Tyson lining up again. Manu to hold. Snap, the hold, the kick is good. 28-0, your new score. Alcoa over Greenville. 4:11 left in the first half. Back with more as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
With the hustle and bustle of life, why not let Ashley Drug, a locally owned pharmacy, take something off of your plate with their med dosage packaging? Have your medications conveniently labeled with the date and time to take them, and while you're at it, utilize the free delivery service for those times that you can't get out of your house. Need an easy way to refill your medications? You can order and manage your...
Greenville finds themselves in a big hole as Alcoa adds to their lead, 28-0 with 4:11 left in the first half. Jim Miller gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
Just 2 plays, 1 yard on the first play. The second one, 86 yards from Manu to Dean, who's got 2 touchdowns, took 53 seconds off the clock.
And Manu is what so far?
6 for 6 for 206.
6 for 6 for 206 yards for the Mr. Football finalists. The kick goes into the end zone for the touchback. And the Devils will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. They need to recreate what they started on that last drive, where they moved down into the inside the Alcoa 40.
Manu started out his career at Maryville, transferred last year over to Alcoa, played safety. They were loaded at quarterback. He's moved on now to Carson Newman, and Manu moves over back to his natural position at quarterback, and he is showing how successful he can be as he is lights out tonight. That was an absolute dime he just dropped.
Darren Clarity on the screen left, out across the 30, has a first horizon first down, and the flag comes in well away from the play, about 10 yards behind Clarity. They'll call a hold, and that play will come back.
Yeah, wide receiver screen out to Clarity to the outside. He's able to make one man miss, get upfield. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down, but I think they're going to say wide receiver was holding to the outside. What enabled him to get upfield.
10 yards from the spot of the foul, so at least it's not 1st and 20. That's the glass half full look at it. The glass half empty is that Greenville's back at their 14-yard line, down by 4 scores. Offense gets set, 2 receivers right, 2 left for Baugh. Same pass, screen left. And not the same result this time. Alcoa is very good, Pat, about getting off of their block. Del Hughes was bracketed up there, and he releases from the blocking receiver and winds up making the tackle.
Strong. I think that's a lot of time in the weight room. Very, very strong team. There's nobody out there. I mean, when your kicker's name is Tyson and he's built like a linebacker, that's the first mark of intimidation you bring in.
Play action. Ball looking for time. He's going to go up downfield and make somebody go get it. Cole Franklin was the closest. And it was thrown to the outside. It goes incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Micah Jones is there. He had the inside position. Franklin trying to get to the outside. And Del Hughes is there also. Mike's brother, Dell?
Cousin. I believe, if I remember right.
That's Dell with 2 L's.
Mark
And
spent a
2
lot of
V's.
time down that way. Mike, I believe, told me his second cousin.
Okay.
That's correct.
3rd down 10 for the Green Devils from their own 20, down 28-0. Ball rolling out to his right. Here comes pressure from behind. Ball is going to try to turn the corner. He can't do it. He'll get about 3 yards. Alcoa just too fast. They come in and they seal off that outside edge. And Ball will get 2 on it. It'll bring up 4th down, and Greenville will punt for the 5th time tonight.
Looking for Anderson on deep fade route, going toward the sidelines. Ball's rolling out to his right. Greenville gets him out of the pocket, rolling that way, looking, just nothing open. He tries to pull it, get down the field, but as you called it, Alcoa just too fast. They seal the edges, knock him out of bounds, brings up a 4th down and 8.
Cole Franklin averaging 35 yards per punt. Gets a nice high punt. It's got a little bit of backspin, but it takes a good Greenville bounce, and then it kind of dies. And Clarity downs it at the 44-yard line. So the Alcoa Tornadoes will have a decent field position from their own 44, leading 28-0. 34 yards on the punt by Franklin. And with 2:52 left in the first half, Alcoa up 28-0.
All Tornadoes so far in this first half. Greenville hoping to get out to a fast start. Missed that deep throw down the sidelines on an opening possession, and since then it has been all Tornadoes as they are dominating this game. 314 yards of offense to only 80 for the Green Devils.
For the Tornadoes, back on offense from their own 44. And off is to Damari DeBose. DeBose will get across midfield down to the Greenville 49-yard line. Tayron Brazelton, a 6'3", 285-pound senior right guard, and Jacob Crow, a 6'8", senior right tackle. I would run behind them all day, every day. At the 49, Alcoa with a 2nd and 3. Jacoby Cooper and Haynes Hawkins go out wide left. Jameer Dean, the receiver, right. And off, head down, forward running, first horizon, first down for Damari DeBose at the Greenville 43. Maddox Bishop with the tackle for the Devils. Moves the chains for Alcoa with 1:59 left in the first half, and Alcoa leading 28-0 as the Tornadoes get the ball to start the second half. 13.6 yards per play average for the Tornadoes. They have it 1st and 10 at the Greenville 44. It's Manu back to pass, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Haynes Hawkins. It's the first incompletion of the night for Thomas Manu.
Ran the outside receiver down the seam and then tried to run a drag route behind it. Greenville had it covered all the way. Quarterback did a good job of throwing it away.
So 2nd down and 10. Tornadoes on the right hash mark at the Greenville 44. 2 wideouts left. 1 receiver right and an H-back right for Manu. Hands off in the backfield to DeBose. DeBose across the 40 meets Begley at the 39. Oh, easy now. Yeah. I think Alcoa is going to get another 15 yards after that. That we didn't have to help them with.
Blocking downfield after the play. I think Greenville slung them to the ground. Felt like it was a little bit late, but it happened in front of the back judge.
Who was watching all of it unfold.
Who saw it happen. It took him a while to get in there and throw the flag, but it's going to cost Greenville 15.
I think we opted not to help the Alcoa player up, but instead decided to help him back down. So the 15-yard penalty against Greenville moves Alcoa down to the 24-yard line. With 1:17 left in the first half, the Tornadoes leading 28-0. Trips out left. Manu. Mari DeBose, a running back. Manu with the snap. Looking to pass for the corner of the end zone. The pylons are picked off. Did Greenville make the pick? They did. It's Kane Ricker on the INT at the 4-yard line. They say his momentum carried him out of bounds through the end zone, but they're going to say he made the interception and goes into the end zone, I guess, so it comes out to the 20. Good deal for Greenville. It's only the second interception for Thomas Manu on the season, and it gives the Green Devils the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20, with the Tornadoes leading 28-0.
The slot receiver goes the outside and then upfield on a wheel route. And great job by Dyer, was running step for step with him. The quarterback thought he could throw it over the linebacker. Didn't see the safety, had read it. Slides over. Ricker makes the pick in the end zone. Saves the score. And Greenville gets the ball back.
Baugh will scramble. Goes down at the 26. Still fighting with 43 seconds left. Gets about 6 yards. And Greenville calls a timeout. We'll take it as well. 28-0, Alcoa. Well, let's hold it. I thought I heard whistles and saw the sign, but if Baugh got out of bounds, or is there a flag over there? The official comes over. I think there is. Yeah, there is. Maybe a face mask. Nope, no flag. They're going to pick it up.
Greenville doesn't have to burn a timeout. Now the clock will start. Or maybe not.
Timeout, Greenville.
No, I think the line judge said this clock shouldn't be started.
We'll take a timeout. 40 seconds left in the first half. Alcoa 28, Greenville 0. The Devils a 2nd and 4 at their own 26. When we come back, you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV and WIKQ.
Power out? Not at your house. Lights on? Fridge cold? Family asleep? With financing from Bailey, whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits, because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
Baugh with a snap, looking for Taryn Clarity. The catch at the 30, 35, 40, and down at the 44-yard line. Greenville has 2 timeouts and 34 seconds left in the first half. Are they going to clock it here? Try to save a timeout. They line up quickly. They are offsides. They're offsides. We clock it. They didn't call us for being offsides. They just save us the timeout. 30 seconds
Clarity
left.
was the slot receiver, and he's looking over the sidelines. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? He wasn't looking back at the center, which had he looked back, he would have said, I'm probably in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
I'm in the neutral zone, but official had to go.
2nd down and 10 as Baugh clocks it to save the timeout. Greenville has it at the 43-yard line. 2 right, 2 left. Bishop in the backfield. Baugh gets rid of it downfield. He's going Zayden Anderson, overthrows it incomplete. Clock stops with 24 seconds left. First half. DeBose and Abuhana are there defensively for Alcoa.
Greenville had to take a shot. I think they just told Baugh, you got to throw it. Don't have time to hold on to it. You got to let it rip. Anderson was looking, saw he was double covered. The safety was coming over hard. That ball was just thrown a little too high. Green Devils 1 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight.
They have it 3rd and 10. Baugh, quick pass across the middle, in and out of the hands of Cole Franklin. Should have had that. It goes incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down with 20 seconds left in the first. Alcoa leading 28-0. Begley comes on.
Boy, Franklin was the slot receiver. He just ran down the field and then straight across on a drag route. The ball was dropped in nicely to him. Nobody in front of him. All he had to do was pull it in and make the first down for the Green Devils, but that one got through his fingertips. Baugh now 5 for 10 for 51 yards passing, and Greenville's going to punt it away.
6th punt of the night for Cole Franklin. when your punter's working that hard, things often aren't going well for you. Alcoa doesn't have anybody back, and Greeneville will down it, or it will be down at the 19-yard line with 8 seconds left in the first half. 28-0 for Alcoa. 38 yards on the punt for Franklin. So Alcoa in command here will also get the ball to start the second half, leading 28-0. We'll have the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. Not a lot of stuff to report around the state score-wise, but Jeff Moore will keep us well updated as Alcoa comes out in a tight formation for the last play of the first half as Thomas Manu takes a knee. And the knee will take us to halftime. At halftime, Alcoa is on their way to punching their ticket to go play for a state championship as they lead the Green Devils 28-0 at halftime here at Burley Stadium. Take a break. Be back with the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report right after this.
Power out? Not at your house. Lights on, fridge cold, family asleep. With financing from Bailey, whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits. Because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Back at Burley Stadium, 28-0 is your halftime score. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go teams!
Back at Burley Stadium where it is halftime and the Alcoa Tornadoes in command 28-0 at halftime. Pat, without going through all the stats, which we'll do coming up in just a bit, just give us a summary of how well Alcoa played in that first half.
Perfect.
Okay.
Is that what you want to hear?
No,
they
Manu
absolutely
missed 2 passes. He missed 2.
Missed 2. I think he threw one of them away and spiked one maybe, but it was absolutely dominant performance by Alcoa to come out. Surprising they could control the line of scrimmage. I thought as good a job as Anderson County did making them more of a passing attack team that Greeneville could come out and battle with them along that line of scrimmage but they've come out and ran for over 100 yards in the first half, and that was the difference maker, is they were able to hit it inside, bounce it to the outside. The quarterback's able to scramble around and get upfield and absolutely dominate this first half to get out to a 28-0 lead.
It's easy to overlook it when you're on the 28-point side of that equation. But we've the losses, and there haven't been many by Greenville over the last few years in either the regular season or the postseason. They kind of boil down to that kind of performance where you go 3 and out early, and you're not able to match offense. And they didn't really have mistakes. They just weren't effective on first down. And once you get to that, you're not going to get another chance against a team like Alcoa.
Now, I got that opening drive and hit a couple runs. Bob carried the ball a couple times and got the chains moving a little bit for the Green Devils, and then had Anderson deep down the sideline, wide open, overthrew him by a couple of steps. Greenville punts the ball away, and then Alcoa just turns it on. They march straight down for touchdown. Greenville gets the ball back out to midfield, punts it away on their second possession. Alcoa goes straight down the field, puts another one on the board, and it's 14-0 with 2:04 remaining before the end of the first quarter. Greenville can't get anything on their next possession. Bunt it away once again. Alcoa this time goes to a little trickery. They go to a little halfback pass. The halfback hits Dean Perfect Jones with a beautiful thrown ball right over the safety's arm, outstretched arm that had nice coverage on him. Just couldn't see the ball coming. Threw it right over his outstretched arm into the end zone. Touchdown Alcoa, and it was 21-0. 7:34 remaining before the half. And then a beautifully 86-yard dime that Manu was able to drop over the shoulder to the wide receiver Dean from 86 yards away, and Alcoa with a quick strike to put this game away.
28-0 is your halftime score. We'll throw it back to the studios. Jeff Moore will have us some scores from around the area. Be back here in about 10 minutes with the first half stats and the second half kickoff as you listen to Green Devil football, the state semifinals, but it's the Alcoa Tornadoes in charge. 28-0. They lead Greenville at halftime. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV and WIKQ, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Can you feel it? Hear it? It's all around you. It's the air we share. At Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioning company, we're pioneering tech.
They typically think plumbing and water cleanup. They wouldn't be wrong. But there's also more to the picture. We do a little of this, we do a little of that. We clean things up and we check things out. Yeah, we may do both, but we also do a whole lot more. Roto-Rooter. Yeah, we do that too.
The Friday Night Scoreboard is a presentation of Gateway Ford Nissan. Once again, Jeff Moore.
All right, to welcome into your halftime report at the half, it is Alcoa leading Greenville 28-0 in what some would say a surprise score, as we felt like it would be a more evenly matched matchup tonight. But Alcoa leads at 28-0 in the Class 4A semifinals. All right, not many scores, not many games going on around the area. Some games have just now kicked off at 8 o'clock Eastern. It's 7 o'clock Central. We did tell you the scores that we have. It is the Class 3A semifinals. Tyner Academy at Gatlinburg-Pittman. Gatlinburg-Pittman undefeated on the season. Tyner Academy 12-1. And with just a few seconds left to go in the second quarter, Tyner Academy leads 7-6 in a close matchup. In the Class 5A semifinals, 12-1 Sevier County Smoky Bears hosting 8-4 Knox Halls. And Knox Halls, they took the lead. They jumped out on Sevier County 13-6, or 13-7, I should say. But Sevier County has scored the last 14 points. They lead it 21-13. They are in the latter stages of the second quarter. In Division II, Class 1A semifinals, they are at the half. It's 11-2 Coalfield hosting 12-1 South Pittsburgh. South Pittsburgh flexing their muscle here as they are leading 14-0. Once again, that game is at the half. In the Class 2A semifinals out of Region 2, it is 10-3 Eagleton Academy hosting 12-1 Marion County, and this game's a good one. It is tied at 7. They are at the half in a defensive battle between Eagleton and Marion County. Once again, 7-7 at the half. The other matchups that we will watch as we go through the rest of the evening that are just now kicking off, Class 6A semifinals, 12-1 Blackman hosting 13-0 Oakland. In Region 5, the Class 5A semifinals, undefeated Page at 12-0, hosting 7-5 in Centennial. In Region 6, Class 1A, 12-1, and McKenzie is hosting 7-5 Fayetteville. In Class 4A, the winner of the Alcoa Greeneville game will play the winner of this game, 9-4 Pearl Cone, hosting 10-3 South Gibson. That game is just now kicked off, so there's no score in that game yet, but that winner of that game will play the winner of the Greeneville and Alcoa game, which Greeneville is going to have to mount a impressive comeback. In Class 6A, just now kicking off, Ravenwood 13-0 on the season, hosting 13-0 Southwind in a great matchup of two undefeated teams. In Region 7 Class 3A semifinals, 12-1 Covington, hosting 12-0 Westview, and Class 2A semifinals, 12-1 Huntington, hosting 12-0 Milan. Those games have just now kicked off at the top of the hour. It is 28, Alcoa leading 28-0. We're at the half. We'll have more coming up on 99.5 FM WGRV and 103.1 FM WIKQ.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, they're always looking for ways to help their customers save. So this month, be sure to stop into your local Marathon Quick Stop Market and take advantage of these great deals. Dutch-made pies, 2 for $7. Any size fountain drink, 99 cents with any purchase using Quick Stop Rewards. Quick Stop sausage biscuits, 2 for $3. Red Bull 12-ounce, 2 for $5.25. All of this and more available at your locally owned and operated Marathon Quick Stop Markets. Run in when you run out.
Did you know that keeping up with all of your propane needs has never been easier? Marsh Propane has everything readily available right at your fingertips. When you download their app, you just create an online account in just a couple quick steps, and you have instant access to view your account information, pay your bill, and request a delivery. Simple, fast, and easy. Since 1966, Marsh Propane has been committed to a level of service that can be equaled by no one in the industry. They stand for quality and service. Contact Marsh Propane today at 423-639-7226 or stop by 253 Bayleton Road and see how fast and easy it is for yourself.
Looking to furnish your home? At Roberts Furniture, we've got everything you need.
From bedroom, dining, living room, and even outdoor, we've got it in stock and ready to deliver.
Enjoy fast, local, free delivery to your home, plus ask about special financing options for up to 12 months.
Why wait? Come into Roberts Furniture downtown in the Town Square Shopping Center. Don't forget to visit the Clearance Corner, Mattress Gallery, and the rest of Roberts Furniture for savings you don't want to miss.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
The Friday Night Scoreboard is a presentation of Gateway Ford Nissan. Once again, Jeff Moore.
Welcome back into your halftime report. Alcoa leads Greeneville 28-0. A couple of scoring updates. Gatlinburg-Pittman has kicked a field goal with the few seconds left in the second quarter. Gatlinburg-Pittman goes to the half, leading Tyner Academy 9-7. They're still in the second quarter, about 3 minutes left. Sevier County has added a touchdown. They lead Knox Halls tonight 28-13 in the Class 5A semifinals. Coming up on our Radio Greenville stations this weekend, of course, it is the wrap-up, the season finale, Tennessee and Vandy tomorrow. Here on WGRV, we'll have coverage beginning at 1 o'clock, or make that coverage beginning at 1:30 with kickoff at 3:30. Have a little desire for more SEC football talk. Tune in to Coach on 103.1 FM WIKQ at 12:30. Over on our sister station, the Joel 95.5 WSMG, we've got basketball this weekend. Coker at Tusculum from Pioneer Arena. Bryan Staten will have the action with pregame 1:45, ladies at 2, guys to follow at 4. And Lady Vols basketball will be back on the Joel 95.5 WSMG in a big matchup against UCLA on Sunday afternoons. The Lady Vols will be at UCLA with Lady Vol Network coverage at 4 and tip-off at 4:30. Alcoa leads Greeneville 28-0. We'll send you back out to Burley Stadium. You've been listening to the halftime report on 103.1 FM WGRV, WIKQ, and 99.5 FM WGRV.
Life moves fast. Your internet should too. GEA Fiber is built for Greene County by people who live here. GEA Connect delivers lightning-fast internet for work, play, and everything in between. No gimmicks, no surprises, just hometown internet that works. GEA Fiber. Get connected. Connecting you to what matters.
Community-minded, just like you. Community-minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours. Greenville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Tile, and carpet. We know that spending money isn't that easy, but at Terry's Flooring, we care about your money too. Stop on in and see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring and allow him to save you money while enjoying the hassle-free experience.
Surprise someone with the Big Green Egg Grill this holiday season from Ace Hardware. Save $150 on the large egg package and $200 on the extra large egg package, valid November 19th through December 24th. Also save 20% on Big Green Egg accessories, sauces, and rubs from now until Christmas Eve. See store for details. Savings on in-stock items only. Happy holidays from your neighbors at Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street in Greenville.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Greenville Green Devils find themselves trailing 28-0 at halftime to the Alcoa Tornadoes, the 10-time state champions in a row in Class 3A. They're playing up in 4A for the first time this year, in part because of the travel that it would require to be in a conference where all your teammates are in Chattanooga. So they go up to 4A this year and doing just as well at 4A as they did at 3A and at 2A. Winning tonight at halftime, 28-0 over the Green Devils. We'll take a break. When we come back on the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report, we'll look at the first half stats.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go teams!
Alcoa leads Greenville 28-0, and Pat Crum has a look at the first half stats.
The first half, Greenville on the ground, 17 rushes, 52 yards. Through the air, 5 of 11 passing for 51 yards. Total offense, 28 plays, 103 yards. For the Alcoa Tornadoes. On the ground, 19 rushes, 102 yards, 7 of 9 passing, 225 yards. Total offense, 28 plays, 327 yards of offense for the Tornadoes. Greenville picked up 5 first downs. Alcoa picked up 12. Greenville penalized 2 times for 15 yards. Alcoa 3 times for 30 yards. The Green Devils had the ball for 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Alcoa had it for 13 minutes and 4 seconds. Individually in the first half, Caden Bogos, 5 of 11, 51 yards, rushed the ball 11 times for 12 yards. Jude Dyer carries it 12 times for 7 yards. Begley carries it 4 times for 33 yards. Taryn Clarity caught the ball 3 times, had 3 passes his way, caught him for 27 yards. Cole Franklin had 2 receptions for 24 yards. Cole Franklin punted the ball 6 times, averaging 35.5 yards per punt. Individually in the first half for the Alcoa Tornadoes, Monu goes 6 of 11 passing, 206 yards. Jones on the halfback pass goes 1-1, 19 yards. They both threw for a touchdown, 1 touchdown each in the first half. Monu carried the ball 4 times for 12 yards, rushed it for a score. DeVos, 6 carries, 31 yards. He had 2 receptions for 14 yards. Jones, 8 rushes, 63 yards. Dean, 3 catches, 177 yards, and 2 scores. Pinson had 1 reception for 21 yards, and Murphy had 1 catch for 13 yards individually in the first half for the Alcoa Tornadoes.
They were impressive enough as a 2A team, but there were different numbers of classifications. They moved up to 3A, where they stayed when there were 5 and then 6 classifications. And I think, Pat, the way the conference was going to shake out, it was kind of like what Anderson County found themselves in a couple of years ago when everybody that was 4A played up 5A in Knoxville. Anderson County, all their conference games were, Hickson, Signal Mountain, Red Bank, or Brainerd or somebody down in the Chattanooga area. I think Alcoa was going to find themselves in the same boat and said, we can win it at 4A just as easily as at 3A.
They made the move, made that decision late. I think it was the last day of the period last year, make that decision to move up to 4A. And Greenville played them the last 2 years. Before that, during the regular season, it was a 7-7 game here before the half when a storm rolled in and just sat over Burley Stadium and wouldn't leave. The game finally called just before 11 p.m. on a Thursday night, school the next day, and decided they couldn't play that one. Greenville goes on the road last year to Alcoa and takes one on the chin 31-13 in a game that was 14-13 at the half. But Alcoa comes out tonight ready to go, avenging that regular season loss to Anderson County. That may have woke them up because they are really hitting on all cylinders right now. 28-0 Alcoa.
You've been listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. The second half kickoff is up next.
The following is a presentation of Radio Greenville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenvillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by
Green Outdoor, the Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Bailey Heating, Air and Electrical, Greenville Federal Bank, Terry's Flooring, by Marsh Propane, Hometown Realty, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, Ashley Drug Center, Johnson City Toyota, by Andrew Johnson Bank, Ace Hardware, your Greenville Energy Authority, Air Pro Heating and Cooling, Food City, Blossman Gas and Appliance, and by Gateway Ford Nissan.
the Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
And Jim Miller is sitting in for Richard Tipton tonight as the Alcoa Tornadoes have this game all but put away. It's a 28-0 lead at halftime, and Alcoa will get the ball to start the second half, and there hasn't been much we've seen in the first half that doesn't indicate that Alcoa doesn't have the opportunity to score here. The one biggest brightest spot was the interception by Kane Ricker in the first that thwarted a scoring opportunity as Gorley's kick goes in the end zone for the touchback, and Alcoa will start 1st and 10 or their own 20th. Greenville gets a turnover early here in the third. Might make a little magic happen. But Alcoa with this one in hand.
They won the opening toss, elected to defer. They get the ball to start the second half. Greenville needs to hope that they've already talked about getting on the bus and the ride home, and that Greenville can make a couple of big plays to start the second half and get back in it.
Alcoa comes out on offense to start the second half, brings a man in motion. The handoff goes to Micah Jones running up the middle. Micah Jones, 8, 9, 10, still on his feet, 12, 15, 18 yards. Out to the 38-yard line, Micah Jones.
Yeah, he's their strong runner. He's the one that absorbs the hit and keeps on going, and we've seen that all night long. Cherry was the guy who could just really, all you had to do was give him a little seam, and he could take it the distance. He's out with a leg injury, and they've turned it over to a heavy dose of Jones. 8 rushes, 63 yards in the first half. Picks right up with a 10-yard run on first down.
3 receivers to the left. Handoff. Kicking to the outside right goes Jones. And, almost a 4-yard gain turns into a net 11-yard gain. They just have such strength and power to keep the ball moving, and it's a first horizon first down out of the 50.
Jones now 10 rushes, 93 yards. About to go over the century mark himself.
1 minute into the third quarter. For the Alcoa Tornadoes, a first horizon first down at the Greeneville 50. Thomas Manu will take the snap. Alcoa keeps it on the ground, runs on that short side of the field and out of bounds near the 45, about a 5-yard pickup as Greeneville had sealed it off on the far side.
Yeah, runs the short side of the field. He's able to bounce it off, but just angles toward the sideline, picks up 5 yards on first down. Nice run. Sets up a second down and manageable 2nd and 5 for Alcoa.
Tornadoes need the Greeneville 40. Go with 2 receivers, leading 28-0. Greenville could get some respectability with a third down stop here. The Alcoa Tornadoes need the Greeneville 40. They're at the 43. 3 receivers check in left, now a third. Up on the line, makes him ineligible. Snap back, and Manu rolls out to his right, cuts back upfield. He's got the first down and then some across the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Manu only 259 yards rushing on the season, but tonight he's turned his legs on and been a little bit of a difference maker running the ball.
Yeah, and that's something they didn't have to do a lot during the regular season, but you could tell as after Cherry got hurt that they decided the quarterback's going to have to run it a little bit more, and they've called his number as we've got to the playoffs. And he is a threat with his legs. Very good athlete. Just got outside the safety. Safety couldn't wrap him up and bring him down, and he breaks it off. Gives Alcoa a first down.
First horizon, first down. Man, such speed. Alcoa cuts it up the field to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Goes to Mari DeBose. So quickly plants his foot and finds an opening. The play was designed to go to the outside. DeBose saw an opening to the inside and on a dime turns it. He goes upfield for the score.
Greenville linebacker puts his foot in the ground and thinks he's going to make the stop, and a beautiful cut by DeBose, and then the safety comes over and whiffs as DeBose is just so lightning quick, makes a linebacker and a safety both miss on 2 different cuts.
The extra point attempt is up and good. Alcoa leads 35-0, 9:22 left. Third quarter. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
TSSAA Connect, making the connection. Back at Burley Stadium, where the Alcoa Tornadoes add to their lead, 35-0 with 9:22 left in the third quarter. Jim Miller gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap.
80 yards on 6 plays for the Tornadoes. Took 2 minutes and 38 seconds. DeBose punches it over from 24, the third rushing touchdown of the game for Alcoa.
How many total plays versus first downs did you say, Jim?
34 plays, 16 first downs.
As the kick is returnable from the 5-yard line, comes Zayden Anderson to the near side. 20-25, he'll go out of bounds, and the Green Devils will start their first possession of the second half at the 25-yard line, with Alcoa leading 35-0 with 9:05 left in the third quarter.
Hit the mercy rule. Clock will run here. Greenville huddles on the sidelines and the clock running. I don't know if we've had this often in a Greenville deficit before.
Well, I'll tell you in just a moment. Baugh on 1st and 10 will take the snap. Want to roll out to his left. We'll keep it as he gets across the line of scrimmage for about a 3-yard gain. The last shutout, by the way, was against Alcoa. It's a 42-0 win by Alcoa in 2012 at Alcoa.
That was a game we were in trouble right off the bat when won the opening toss and elected to kick.
Yeah.
Which meant Alcoa got to receive both halves.
2nd down 6. Zayden Anderson the catch across the 30. It's a 3-yard pickup. It'll bring up 3rd down 4. 7:49 left in the third quarter.
Greenville now 1 for 7 on first downs tonight. On the year, they were over 54% of third down pickup rate, 34 of 62, 54%, but only 1 of 7 tonight. Alcoa has held them into 3rd and long. This is a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3.
Ball with 3 receivers to the left. Screen pass. Nope, he's going high for Anderson. Anderson has the leap to make the catch. He drops it. It's incomplete. And for a man that only had 4 punts on the season, Cole Franklin is getting that work out tonight. He had 6 in the first half. Greenville keeps their offense out. We're going to go for it on 4th down.
Had Franklin probably open, could have picked up the first down on wide receiver screen, but decided to throw it down to Anderson, who had to leave his feet. He got hit. Ball got jarred loose and couldn't make the reception.
Greenville will go for it. 4th down and 3 on their own side of the field. Baugh will get the First Horizon first down as he gets out to the 39-yard line. A little bit of a gamble, but the Greenville is down 35-0 with 6:26 left in the game, or in the third quarter, excuse me. And the Green Devils get their first down in a while. How many is for the game?
6 for the game now. First of the half.
Baugh on 1st down. Hand off Tegan Begley. Begley, little room across midfield, running hard, has another First Horizon first down for the Green Devils at the Alcoa 48.
Snap went up high. Baugh had to leave his feet to make it. Barely got the ball into Begley, but I think that kind of gave him a little bit of room for him to see the hole pop open on the right side of the line.
And a Tornado injured on the play. We'll take timeout as well. 5:48 left, third quarter. It's a First Horizon first down for the Devils when we come back, with Alcoa leading 35-0. You're listening to Green Devil Football on WGRV.
In 1975, we opened our doors with a single mission, serving our neighbors right here in East Tennessee. We adapted as the world changed. For 50 years, the world has changed in ways we never imagined. Through every challenge, every triumph, and every moment in between, we've stayed strong. And as we look ahead, one thing remains the same. At Andrew Johnson Bank, helping friends isn't just what we do. It's our business.
Back at Burley Stadium, Alcoa's injured player helped to the sideline. We're back to play. 5:48 left, third quarter, with Alcoa leading 35-0. Ball has Colton Smith, the tight end, switches left. That means 3 receivers left. The screen pass goes out to Cole Franklin. He has to spin around backwards to catch it, and he can't get turned back upfield, and that'll wind up being a loss of 6.
The Greenville didn't get it blocked well. I think it was Anderson that didn't get the defender blocked. He is able to spin off of it, and as Franklin goes up high to pull that reception in, here comes an Alcoa tornado and really just plowed him into the backfield.
Second down, 16. Greenville needs the Alcoa 38-yard line for a fresh set of downs. Franklin and Anderson to the near side. Ball looks that way. He's got Franklin in the middle of the field. Now he's got Anderson short of the sticks. Anderson tries to do a little curl, maybe lost a couple of the forward progress that he had, but gets about 14 of those 16 yards to put Greenville in a 3rd and long 2. Call it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, you said it. Franklin running down the seam. Everybody looking for the deep throw. Anderson runs a little curl coming back toward the quarterback in the middle of the field. Gets the reception. He turns to his right. I think he gets the first down. He turned to his left.
Beckley, the handoff, has a first horizon first down. Beckley down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Tegan Beckley.
Greenville's best drive of the night. That time gives it to Begley in the backfield. He bounces outside his right tackle with a tight end on that side of the field. Anderson nice seals the block for him and enables him to turn the corner.
18 yards on the pickup, Tegan Begley. Begley carries again on first down. They have a first horizon first down at the 24, and he'll get down close to the 21. 3:45 left here in the third quarter at Burley Stadium. 9. Begley, handoff behind Caden Cox and Dylan Hartman. We'll get inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone down to the 17-yard line. 3:08 left, third quarter, with Alcoa leading 35-0. The Devils will be 3rd and 4. They need the 13-yard line for the first down. Pass is complete, but shy of the first down. Staying on his feet and fighting hard is Colton Smith, trying to get across the 15. His forward progress is going to get him close, but not quite there to the first horizon first down. Abahanya with a tackle.
He had the original hit on him, and Smith's able to spin out of it. Use those big, strong legs by the tight end. He spins out of it, gets forward, almost picks up the first down and bring up a 4th and 1. Greenville 1 for 1 tonight on 4th downs, and that was on this drive.
They got a first horizon first down to the 11-yard line. Begley on the carry. Gets a first horizon first down.
Greenville goes behind the center in the middle of the line, and Begley hits that A gap. He's able to pick up the first down. 8 carries, 69 yards now for the senior running back.
Begley stays in. First horizon first down is Ball looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, and that he's not been able, he gets sacked for a 9-yard loss. When things have broken down, they've broken down badly tonight, and Ball, when he's had to scramble, there's just been nothing there, and he's lost more yardage tonight than I think I recall about any time.
You want to get the tight end out in the flats, and I think that was his second look. By the time he got to it, it was covered. And as you said, when Boss tried to pull it down and make something happen scrambling around, it's not been there. Alcoa has sacked him 4 times tonight.
Second down, Baugh. Same thing. He's going to run out of the pocket this time and be, he's going to get some yardage. Good job, Baugh, as he turns the corner. He gets about 12 on that carry inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, once again, didn't look like he was going to be able to scramble his way out of it. Linebacker Sutter had him an angle on him and was chasing him, and Bob used a little bit of the jets on that one as he's able to turn the corner, get past the linebacker, get upfield. Green Devils now another third down. They're 2 for 10 on third downs.
Baugh wants to pass on third down, 9. Sacked. Big sack, Kenny Harris. And that's the last play of the third quarter. We go to the fourth, and Alcoa leading 35-0 over the Green Devils in the semifinals. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreeneville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
Back at Burley Stadium with the fourth quarter set to begin under the mercy rule. We've said that a lot of times since 2007. We've only said it twice and applied it to the Green Devils as Alcoa has a 35-0 lead. Begley, flag comes in as he's looking to pass, chucks it to the end zone just up high, a jump ball, it goes incomplete. There will be a hold. Alcoa beat Greeneville 42-0 in 2012. The mercy rule came into effect in 2007, so that was a mercy rule game. And Elizabethton beat Greeneville 44-10 in 2020. That was the only 2 mercy rule games that Greeneville has been on the unfortunate side of that equation since it came into effect in 2007. Tonight they find themselves down 35-0 heading into the fourth quarter, and Pat Crum has a look at the stats through 3.
Through 3 quarters, Greenville on the ground, 27 rushes, 194 yards. Through the air, 9 of 16 passing, 65 yards. I'm sorry, I wrote the wrong side down. Greenville, 94 yards, not 194. 27 rushes, 94 yards, 9 of 16 passing, 65 yards. Total offense for the Green Devils, 43 plays, 159 yards of offense. For Alcoa, 25 rushes, 182 yards. There's 7 of 9 passing, 225 yards. Through the air, 34 total plays, 407 yards. Greenville's picked up 9 first downs. Alcoa has 16. The Green Devils penalized 2 times 15 yards. Alcoa 3 times for 30 yards.
A 16-play, 56-yard drive that took 10 minutes, 12 seconds, and the Green Devils turn it over on downs, and Alcoa takes over first and 10 at their own 19, leading 35-0 with 10:32 left here in the game. Sweep left, Micah Jones out of bounds. He'll have the first Horizon first down. It was DeBose on the carry. He's got the first Horizon first down across the 30 at the 32.
A nice run out of the backfield that is just a dead sprint toward the sidelines and just takes that angle to get upfield, whether it's 5 yards or 10 yards. Nice sprint toward the sidelines that moves the chains for Alcoa.
9:53 left. How many total yards of offense for Alcoa, Pat?
420 yards offense at the moment.
Well, that's not even in the top 20.
And it's going for more.
Oh, it's going to be more? Well, maybe it is now. as Damari DeBose gets it across the 40 down to the Greeneville 34-yard line. 34-yard pickup for Damari DeBose.
Bose 102 yards now. Rushing in the first, or through three quarters and a couple of minutes. Micah Jones, 12 rushes and 100 yards. Now two backs over 100 yards for Alcoa.
1st and 10 for the Tornadoes at the Greeneville 34-yard line. 9:03 left in the game. Jameer Dean out wide left. Layden Love, receiver to the right. Snap is back, handoff up the middle. On the carry. Did you get him, Jen? Cody Keene. Brody King. He'll get 4 on the carry, and it'll be 2nd and 6. 8.5 left in the game. Alcoa play in Chattanooga for the Class 4A state championship next Saturday against either Pearl Cone or South Gibson. South Gibson had a lead in that game early at Pearl. And I'll put my money on Alcoa. 14-0, South Gibson, second quarter. Handoff King again. He'll get to the 30, 1-yard gain. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. Chandler and Bishop team up for the tackle.
Might take them over the Mocs if they were playing in Chattanooga.
Yeah, I think I about would too.
They have been just a dominant performance tonight. Alcoa comes in and has controlled every facet of this football game. Expected to be a tight one. It's been anything but that. Alcoa's dominated from the get-go.
Alcoa's only had 3 third downs all night. They've got one here, and now they've got a first down.
3 out of 4 on third down tonight.
Across the 25 down to the 23, a First Horizon first down for the Tornadoes. Total offense for Alcoa, 458 yards. Greeneville has only ever given up more than 500 yards. The Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
With the hustle and bustle of life, why not let Ashley Drug, a locally owned pharmacy, take something off of your plate with their med dosage packaging? Have your medications conveniently labeled with the date and time to take them, and while you're at it, utilize the free delivery service for those times that you can't get out of your house. Need an easy way to refill your medications? You can order and manage your refills today with text alerts. Text RX Local to 64890 to sign up and get started. Don't let life pass you by. Get out and enjoy every minute and let Ashley Drug help you do so. Located in the West Green Shopping Center.
Both on their way to Chattanooga. That'll be. Not sure they like each other.
What's that? Alcoa.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Greeneville will have 2 losses on this season. One of them will be to Sevier County, that's looking to go to the state, and the other will be to Alcoa. So your 2 losses may come to 2 teams that have a state championship. Manu rolling out to his right. Pass is complete to Jalen Penson. Tackle made by Ty Ryben.
Great job by Maddox Bishop coming down from the safety position. Read that, got out in the open field, put a shoulder into him, held him up. Let the linebacker come over and finish it off, but a good job by Maddox Bishop, the 5'8", 160-pound senior running back safety.
Alcoa on 2nd down and 8 from the Greeneville 20. Manu with the snap, the handoff. On the end of round right, flags come in as Brody King gets down to around the 16-yard line. Clarity with the tackle.
Should be a hold. Looks like Bishop was getting thrown out of the hole as Alcoa tried to bounce it to the outside. 3 officials saw it. All 3 threw the flag, and it'll cost Alcoa 10 yards.
I will back it out to the 29-yard line. Last time Greeneville had under 160 yards of offense, 2006 against Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett. That was a very dark year.
That was. May have been.
Manu pitch left. Brody King on second and long. Zorian Harris with the tackle.
Been a last game of that.
Last game of that
Yes.
season, yes. The last shutout of a Greeneville team was the 42-0 loss to Alcoa in 2012. Before that, their only shutout ever in the playoffs came in 2001 when they lost to Morristown West 42-0 in the second round of the playoffs. It's 35-0 here with 4:14 left in the game, and Alcoa, 3rd down 14 from the Greeneville 26 or 26. They get inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone on the 3rd down carry, but short of the 1st down, it'll bring up 4th and around 5. We'll see where they spot it at the 17.
Backup quarterback in. Daughtry. He fakes the pitch to the outside, a play that they've ran a couple times tonight. Fakes the pitch, tries to get everybody motioning out of the middle of the field, then the quarterback keeps it. Tries to go off the left side after faking the pitch to the right side. Lowers the shoulder, gets into the Greeneville linebackers, but it'll bring up a 4th and 5.
And a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 3:25 left in the game. Alcoa leading 35-0. They have a 4th down when we come back as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
Power out? Not at your house. Lights on, fridge cold, family asleep. With financing from Bailey, whole house standby generators start around $136 a month. Make sure your power never quits, because when the grid goes down, your family is safe. Never lose power again. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Visit BaileyGenerators.com.
Licensed and insured since 1991.
After 18 seconds. Alcoa on the field goal attempt out of the timeout. Kyron Thompson's kick from 34 yards, just a little wide right. And the score remains 35-0, and the Green Devils will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. Jim Miller, it's not a Nick Hershey Cardinal Financial scoring recap, but can you recap that drive for Alcoa?
I certainly can. It was a long drive for them. They went
several plays.
Yes, they went
several yards.
That was their longest plays drive of the game. 10 plays, 64 yards, 7 minutes and 52 seconds, but no points.
That's catching somebody off guard, but them recovering very well. Yes, I can, Ron, and I will do that now.
You're welcome. Tell me when you can't. We usually do.
That's right. I waited till you click the other screen. Greenville back on offense, starting 1st and 10. And up the seam, up the middle, 40, 45. Here goes Bishop to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 15, 10, 5. Maddox Bishop in the end zone. Touchdown, Maddox Bishop.
What a great way for the senior to go out, man. One of my favorite players. Love watching Maddox Bishop carry the football. Gets it, man, breaks it straight up the middle of the field, and then just makes a couple dandy moves on the safety, turned him all the way around. Uses that explosive speed. Maddox Bishop takes it to the house and gets the Green Devils on the board.
Lister will snap. Parker Quillen will hold. Samuel Gorley with his first point after attempt tonight. It is a good kick, and Greenville on the board. 35-7, your new score. 2:29 left in the game. We're back with more as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
35-7, Greeneville avoids the shutout, and that's good. You don't want to see these seniors go out with that, but they get on the board. Jim Miller gives us a Nick Hershey Cardinal financial scoring recap.
Well, you did all that research about shutouts, and they just wanted to prove you
I
wrong.
am so glad they did.
Easiest scoring drive of the night, one play, 80 yards. It took 49 seconds based on the missed field goal, but, it probably took about 12 seconds to get down the field with those zigs and zags along the way.
Greeneville got to practice on Thanksgiving this year, Pat. That's something that's, I remember the first time we did that. It was such an unusual thing to be playing that deep into the season. Mike Zeller here took Greeneville to Maryville to play in the fourth round of the playoffs as Gorley kicks this one away. It's not something a lot of teams get to do. Alcoa, it's routine for them, but for Greeneville,
Gorley hit that kick, and Alcoa let it go over their head thinking it would go in the end zone, and that was another one of those wedges that he hit. The ball hit at the one, went straight up the air, came down at the one, went up in the air again, came down about the 6-inch line. Alcoa player finally ran over to pick it up, and as he did, it just touched the goal line. But Gorley has been so good at that all year long. We saw it how many times that it looked like the ball was going to go flying into the end zone, and it just dies inside the 2.
Alcoa on offense. We'll have Luca Dougherty at quarterback with 2:29 left in the game. On the carry, Zorian Harris will make the tackle on the running back. Brody King. He'll get 2 on the carry. Harris with the tackle. Pat, we don't talk about a great real estate and auction player of the game tonight. Greeneville, not a stellar night offense-wise. Bishop, a great run right there. You like to see that. The man that's worked the hardest tonight's Cole Franklin. He's done what you would ask a punter to do 7 different times tonight.
He's done a great job punting, and something that didn't happen a whole lot during the regular season, but had to step up.
By Blade Burgess. He will remain in at running back. Dougherty at quarterback. 3rd down 2 for the Tornadoes from their own 27. Snap. Dougherty is going to keep. Zorian wraps him up. Just shy of the first down marker unless he got some forward momentum. He didn't. So it'll be 4th down 2. With Greeneville down 35-7. The last seconds of the 2025 season tick away. Greeneville started the year with a 35-0 win at Morristown West, and that was just through the second quarter as that game was called for storms. They had Upperman here at Burley Stadium in what many thought would be a preview of a state championship caliber matchup, and I still believe was. Greeneville got the 41-33 win in that game. They hosted Northview Academy and got their first conference win, 49-0. Went to Seymour on a 3-game road stretch. They are at Seymour and win 49-6. They go to Sullivan East and win 63-0. And then they go to Sevier County, a Class 5A team that was undefeated on the season and is winning tonight and will be playing for a state championship next week. They go to overtime, and Sevier County gets the 30-27 2-overtime win over the Devils. Greeneville comes back, beats Cherokee here for the first game of October to get a 62-7 conference win. They go to Volunteer, win 42-7. Post Granger, win 70-13. Longtime arch rival Elizabethton comes here, and Greeneville gets a 48-7 win to get a conference championship and head into the playoffs with the number 1 seed. They hosted Carter in the first round, won 56-10. White County had to come up for the second round. Greeneville won that 35-0. And then last week's game with Anderson County, a 28-21 magnificent game that put Greeneville here in the semifinals tonight. And they were one play away from this season coming to an end. They have two Mr. Football finalists in Caden Baugh and Zayden Anderson, semifinalists, I should say. Caden chosen as a finalist for his career coming into tonight, 4,330 yards passing, 2,508 yards rushing, 34 touchdowns on the ground, 57 through the air, and 7 touchdowns. And the seniors will come out to take their final snap of their career. Cole Franklin in the slot left. Zayden Anderson out wide right. Bishop Merriweather, senior on the line. Lath Ivy, a senior. Zorian Harris, a senior. Tegan Begley, a senior. Caden Baugh, a senior. As Begley gets a first horizon first down, spins out of the tackles across midfield. You hear the final horn, and that is your final score. 35-7. The Alcoa Tornadoes will advance to the Class 4A state championship game, and they will be playing for their 11th state championship in a row. They have shown they can win it at 2A, at 3A, and my money would be on them winning a 4A ball next Saturday at Finley Stadium in Chattanooga. Alcoa winning tonight 35-7 over the Greeneville Green Devils. A break and back to wrap things up as you listen to Green Devil football on WGRV, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Winter is coming, so don't wait to get your home ready for the cold with propane from Marsh Propane. Family owned and operated, Marsh Propane has been serving the region since 1966. Whether you're building a new home, switching over to gas heat, or just want to change your provider, Marsh Propane makes it fast and easy. Heating your home and water, cooking, or relaxing with your family, you'll never be let down by the dependability of gas. Fight the chill year-round with Marsh Propane. Service, safety, dependability.
This Black Friday, don't miss deals you'll only find once a year. Jim.
Relaxing comfort in a brand new Lazy Boy starting at only $4.99. Host a holiday in style with 25% off of dining sets.
Sleep better than ever on a cover mattress and will include an adjustable base on regular mattress pricing.
Plus, find living room favorites at unbeatable prices. Recliners from $2.99, love seats $3.49, and sofas at $3.99.
Visit our Clearance Corner Mattress Gallery main showroom in the Town Square Shopping Center, downtown Greeneville.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at johnsoncitytoyota.com. That's johnsoncitytoyota.com.
See dealer for details.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Green Devils lose tonight to the Alcoa Tornadoes in the state semifinals. Alcoa, Pat, they bring the mystique in with them with that name. I'm sure the coaches did. I know we did. You try to tell yourselves, well, it's not theirs just because they're Alcoa. But I tell you what, you see exactly why that program has been as successful as they have. And we've seen it a couple of times that we played Maryville as well. There are just some programs that are head and shoulders above everybody at every level, and Alcoa is one that's maybe more impressive than most just based on the size of their school. Just a tremendous program that they have and deserve and to have as many gold balls as they do and then some.
got them in that I think it's 2011 that they came here. They had a little bit of a down year under Coach Rankin at that point, and just manhandled them here at Burley Stadium. And since that point, it's been all Alcoa in this series. Dominating win. We could see it last year when we were down there, the way they just dominated that second half. They're so big, so physical along that offensive line. So many athletes when they get the ball out in space that can do things just at a little bit of a different level. And Greenville couldn't overcome it, couldn't get off to a fast start. That's what they needed, was a fast start and get that level of believing that they could win this game. But Alcoa came out, got them early, and really just took all the momentum away from the Green Devils and won this game in the first half.
You'd need a little luck or a break or two to go your way, or at the very least, not have a break go against you. Greenville didn't really commit any mistakes tonight. It was just the physicality and talent of Alcoa that stymied them early and kept them from progressing and getting much going. We'll next week's morning after show. We always do one final morning after show with Coach Eddie Spradlin, where we go down and talk individually about all the seniors. And I don't want to skip over any tonight, but Caden Baugh, for only starting 2 years, starting his junior year and senior year, to be as high up. I knew he wouldn't overtake his dad. He would be the next one on the list that Caden could have gotten to. But over 4,000 career yards passing, over 2,500 career yards rushing, a Mr. Football finalist, and I'll tell you what, I can't say that Manu isn't the best quarterback that we've seen this year. Having seen Bronston Chaffin from Upperman and Thomas Manu from Alcoa and Caden Baugh from Greenville, I think we've seen the three best quarterbacks in the state in Class 4A.
Yeah, and Anderson County's got a pretty good one as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, we'll be hearing enough of J.D. Gillum over the next 3 years. Alcoa winning tonight 35-7 over the Greenville Green Devils in the state semifinals. Let's take a look at the final stats with Jim Miller. Jim?
Final team stats tonight, Alcoa with 489 yards total offense on 46 plays officially, while Greenville also running 46 plays. So both teams ran 46 plays. Alcoa gained 489 yards, Greenville 255, and 80 of that coming on the late run by Maddox Bishop. Through the air, Alcoa 227 yards passing, Greenville 65 on the ground. Alcoa 36 carries for 262 yards, Greenville 29 carries for 190 yards. As a team, Alcoa 19 first downs to 11 for Greenville. The only turnover of the game was the interception by Kane Ricker late in the second quarter. Punting-wise, Greenville 6 punts, 35.5 average. Alcoa just that one punt at the end of the game, 37 yards was that punt possession time. And the other stat to look at here is team spaces is penalties. And penalties not really too much of a factor tonight, as the final numbers there. 3 for 25 for Alcoa, 3 for 30 for Greenville on the team stats. Individually for Greenville, Tegan Bailey was leading rusher tonight, 88 yards on 10 carries. Maddox Bishop, 1 carry, 80-yard touchdown on the last offensive play of the game. For Greenville, Caden Baugh, 16 carries, 15 total yards in net offense on the ground, and Jude Dyer, 2 carries for 7 yards for Greenville. Alcoa had 2 backs over 100 yards. Damari DeBose, 10 carries, 110 yards and a touchdown. Micah Jones, 12 carries, 100 yards on the dot with a touchdown. Thomas Manu, 5 carries for 31 yards and a score as well, with Luca Darty, Brody King, and German Bishop getting some late rushes for the Tornadoes. Through the air tonight, Caden Baugh, 9 of 15 for 65 yards. Begley on the halfback option on that fourth down play, 0 for 1. For Alcoa, Manu 7 for 9, passing for 208 yards and a score. Jones 1 for 1 on the halfback option for a 19-yard touchdown. Through the air tonight for Greenville, Taryn Clarity, 3 catches for 27. Cole Franklin, 3 for 18. Zayden Anderson, 2 for 17. And Colton Smith, 1 for 3. That coming late in the ball game as well. The longest pass play of the game for the Green Devils, just 17 yards. For Alcoa, they had a couple long ones. Jameer Dean caught an 86-yard touchdown. Also had a 72-yard reception that set up another score. 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Penson, 2 catches for 23. Damari DeBose, 2 for 14. And Carson Murphy had 1 catch for 13 yards for Alcoa. Cole Franklin is mentioned on the punting tonight. 6 punts, 213 yards, a 35.5 average. 3 of them inside the 20. Thomas Manu, the only punt for Alcoa, the 37-yarder late in the ball game. Defensive stats, these are somewhat unofficial. The leading tackler for Greeneville, unofficially, Zariah Harris, had 7 tackles tonight, while Begley had 6 tackles. And for Alcoa, Carter Cowart had 8 tackles. 2 of them were sacks for Alcoa, with 10 tackles going to Cade Stedett in tonight's contest. And that's the final numbers.
We invite you to join us tomorrow morning for the morning after show as we look back at tonight's game with Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlin. And next week we'll have a special senior edition where we look back at the seniors and their contributions and look ahead at the next season. As Alcoa winning tonight 35-7 over the Greeneville Green Devils. You'll be able to see this game. We weren't able to carry it live due to restrictions from the TSSAA, but we did record the game, and we will post it on Green Sports Zone about this time tomorrow night. We have to wait 24 hours. So you'll be able to watch the game tomorrow night, and you can still see that Anderson County game that is up there. Coverage all season long on Green Sports Zone. We continue it into basketball season. Tyler Nichols, Matthew Palazzo, Tate Russell, Jimmy Bowman, Chris Sauceman, Derek Tarleton, Johnny Painter, Mark Brooks. The whole crew that's out each and every Friday night, Thursday nights and Friday nights and Saturdays, getting those videos and things up online for you to see the students, the student athletes from Greeneville and Greene County playing a fantastic job this year, and to add to all those others that work on Friday nights to bring you high school sports, our board operators, Mary Jo Humphreys, Dylan Vance, Nathan Humbert, your scoreboard host, Jeff Moore, to Pat Crum and Richard Tipton, who take their Friday nights to help bring you the games, and Jim Miller for stepping in tonight. Thank you very much, Jim, for your time. Our sponsors who make the broadcast possible, and so much to the listeners who listen each Friday night. The season comes to an end tonight for the Greeneville Green Devils, losing to Alcoa 35-7. The Alcoa Tornadoes will play for the state championship next Saturday in Chattanooga. For Pat Crum, for Jim Miller, for all those I mentioned, and for your scoreboard host, Jeff Moore. Ron Metcalf from Burley Stadium on this losing night. Alcoa 35, Greeneville 7. We wish you all a good night and a happy Thanksgiving.